one big work that we did was the application of RRI, the incorporation of RRI within the organizational context, the research organizational context. We also look at the industry that is dealing with the aging society.
Let's talk about your projects. I understand you're working on quite a few RI projects at the moment. Would you like to share with us what you're working on?
First of all, RRI was, it's easier to call it almost in the past, by the way, in the past tense about working in RRI, because specifically RRI, not responsible innovation, responsible research innovation, this particular that term was created within the European Union, within the European Commission system, and it was financed almost exclusively in Europe by this budget. So the RRI projects that you hear about are almost exclusively, like 90-something%, funded by the European Union budget. I say 90-something because you had also a small national funding in Norway that was specifically on RRI, and also in the Netherlands. But apart from these two countries, I know of no other country that had an RRI. It doesn't mean that they don't do work in the area, but just because you said RRI, just to give you the most recent information, let's say. And this thing now is not there anymore. In the new framework program that will start in the new budget, let's say the European Union budget that starts now in 2021, RRI is not anymore a main funding issue. So there will be no more projects that they are called RRI in industry, RRI, whatever, because there will be no call for this project. If at all, RRI will, or at least some aspects of RRI will be incorporated into bigger projects that, I don't know, let's say medical development projects, energy projects, whatever. They will have an aspect that will be called a responsible, let's say, innovation or social aspect, or as a matter of fact, what now they call open science. So open science would be a term that will be used, and you might see open science projects. So TA is basically what the Commission is defined as RRI. So it's a very, very similar work. We try to view RRI through this lens, the TA lens. One big work that we did was the application of RRI, the incorporation of RRI within the organizational context, the research organizational context. So where we looked at a wide range actually of national research funders and research organizations around the world, including Australia, by the way. And we look at how they view RRI, basically the content of RRI, not just the term, because they never heard of the term. And actually, so how they view responsibility in their research and innovation process, how they incorporate this view within the organizational structure, and how they would like to see an assessment of, let's say, their own incorporation of responsibility within their organization. We also look at the RRI, or let's say responsibility within the innovation process, within the industry, and particularly also we concentrated on the industry that is dealing with the aging society. So let's say the products which are specifically geared towards the welfare of the aging population, because also a very particular population and also a big challenge, as you know, in many countries in the world, definitely in Europe. We did a lot of work in the conceptual work about TA versus RRI versus sustainability research, because this is what is very important nowadays, not only of course globally, but also in Germany. In Germany, the sustainability research is almost equivalent in terms of the values it upholds to the responsible innovation, to RRI, responsible research and innovation. So for us, it's quite important to also conceptualize well within the country these three, let's say, RRI, TA, and SR, sustainability research within the German context. So we have done a lot of work in this area as well. So these are all related to the RRI concept.